The next award is the Hagemeyer Significant Contribution Award. This award is given to an individual that has made a significant lifelong contribution to Ohio harness racing and has carried forward an independent initiative of advocacy for the betterment of the industry. The award is based on being directly involving and educating Ohio state and local officials, legislators, and others on the importance of harness racing to mostly rural local communities and the state. This award was named and arose to honor the significant lifelong contributions to advocacy on behalf of and as representatives of the Ohio harness racing community in this vein made by Maynard and Stella Hagemeyer. From Clarksville, Ohio in Warren County, their breeding farm, Hagemeyer Farms, is situated as one of those 30-plus standardbred racing breeding farms situated in a rural county. The recipient of the award this year is Scott Hagemeyer. Scott embodies the characteristics this award is based on and what it represents. After a few odd jobs when young and single, like over-the-road truck driving, where he crisscrossed the United States for hundreds of thousands of miles a year, Scott has then followed in the footsteps of his grandfather and his father, Mel, who's behind me here, in continuing the legacy of Hagemeyer Farms for most of his adult life. Hagemeyer Farms has been involved with numerous notable champions on the racetrack since: Ocean Rock, Lane of Stone, High on Paydays, Paydays on the Way, Rompaway Galaxy, National Debt, and World of Gaming. In addition to working to keep the family legacy alive, Scott has also followed Maynard Hagemeyer's footsteps in his local and statewide political community. Maynard Hagemeyer was a 32-year Washington Township, Warren County trustee. Township trustees, as many of you are aware, are locally elected for 4-year terms. Scott is now president and midway through his 4th term after 14 years in the position. Scott is also interested and involved in neighboring Clear Creek, Deerfield, Franklin, Hamilton, Harlan, Massey, Salem, Turtle Creek, Union, and Wayne townships, and works with their respective township trustees on a regular basis. The character, integrity, and finesse necessary to survive tenure as a local politician for 14 years alone is commendable. However, in addition to his own personal contribution and political involvement, Scott has been active in and supports his local area representatives and senators, the Republican caucus, and the Republican Party. Most recently, he has been very supportive of representatives like District 55 Scott Lips, and he and his wife Cindy have also integrated legislators into harness racing events, hosted fundraisers for Representative Lips, Republican leadership, and the Republican caucus at Hagemeyer Farms over the past several years. With the personal touch and to say a few words about his son, I would like to also introduce his father, Mel Hagemeyer.
Thank you, Renee. I'm honored to be here for, especially for my parents, who dedicated their lives, really, both my mother and my dad, to the standardbred sport in Ohio. And I'm sure they're looking down tonight and hopefully smiling, because I'm sure they are, because the recipient is their grandson, which to me is not a surprise now. But when this boy was 6, maybe 7 years old, I bought him a pony. And after getting bucked off several times, he came to me and said, "Dad, can I trade the pony in for a bicycle?" I said, "Sure." But I thought then, he's done as a horseman. You know, he's just not going to be a horseman. Boy, was I wrong. Terribly wrong. Well, not terribly. He grew up, and when my father, Maynard, got to be in his late 80s. He couldn't handle a 200-acre horse farm by himself. Scott stepped up to the plate, moved to the farm, quit his job, and helped out, and brought his wife Cindy, his daughter Lindsay, and he became a tremendous farm manager and now a farm owner, and I couldn't be prouder of him tonight.
So, grassroots independent political activism without much ado or fanfare epitomizes the spirit of the award, and we are extremely proud to honor the award for 2022 to Maynard and Stella Hagemeyer's grandson, Mel and Pam Hagemeyer's son, Cindy's husband, and the fifth generation Dr. Lindsay's dad, and OHHA director since 2015, Scott Hagemeyer.
Well, that's the most nice things that have been said about me in a long time. As mentioned, Maynard and Stella Hagemeyer were my grandparents. They instilled a lot of values in our family, every member, and they always told us that hard work and perseverance pays off. And if you want to make a difference in your community, you've got to step up and get involved. I want to thank my dad, Mel Hagemeyer, for his 45 years of service to Lebanon Raceway and his continued service to our entire family. My wife, Cindy, she married into this crazy world that we're in. As you can imagine, the culture shock, realizing it only takes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make this work. And I want to recognize our daughter, Dr. Lindsay Hagemeyer. After growing up on the farm, seeing the 7-day-a-week commitment, she still chose, against better judgment, to step up, attend The Ohio State University, graduate with her veterinarian degree, and after spending a year down at Rood and Riddle Equine Hospital in Lexington, her Buckeye roots called her back home, and we're proud to have her back home. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.